Hello, welcome to the session on structural pipe welding butt joint on mild steel pipe of diameter 50 mm and 3 mm of wall thickness in 1G rolling position. Let us look at the objectives of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to cut and prepare the MS pipe as per drawing. Set the pipes in flat position. Select nozzle, filler rod sizes, gas pressure and flame. Set the root gap and tack weld the pipes. Deposit root run from 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Clean and inspect for surface defects. The tools and equipment used for butt welding of pipe joint are hacksaw, metal files, bevel protractor or multi-weld gauge, bench vise, welding table and welding fixture, Oxy-Acetylene Welding OAW equipment, wire brush and chipping hammer. Here is the procedure for welding a butt joint on an MS pipe of diameter 50 mm and 3 mm wall thickness in the 1G position using the Oxy-Acetylene Welding OAW process. First step is to cut the pipes to 75 mm length by hacksaw and file its end square to 75 mm length. Ensure that the pipe ends are clean, free from rust, grease or other contaminants and beveled to the required angle. The bevel angle of single pipe should be approximately 30 degrees and the gap between the two pipes should be 1 to 2 mm. Clamp the pipes and align the two pipe axes in 1G position so that the joint is in a horizontal position using a welding fixture or a welding table. Set up the OAW equipment including the welding torch, oxygen and acetylene cylinders and regulators. Now, fix number 5 nozzle. Select 1.6 mm diameter CCMS filler rod and set 0.15 kg per centimeter square pressure for both gases. Ensure to wear proper personal protective equipment before starting the welding process. First, set the neutral flame. Then, tack weld in 3 places, that is 120 degrees apart by keeping 1.5 mm root gap between the pipes. Now, divide the pipe circumference into 4 segments. Also, ensure to keep the pipe horizontally on the fixture. Deposit the root run starting from 3 o'clock position to 12 o'clock position, that is first segment, using proper blowpipe and filler rod angles. Maintain a consistent welding speed and filler metal deposition rate. Now, turn the pipe joint in the clockwise direction to make the end of the root run or first segment to come to 3 o'clock position. Continue to weld the root run for the second quarter segment as like the first quarter. Similarly, complete root run of third and fourth segment. Ensure the root penetration by maintaining a keyhole at the root throughout the root run. Clean the root run by steel wire brush. Now, fix number 5 size nozzle. Select 2 mm diameter CCMS filler rod and set 0.15 kg per centimeter square gas pressure. Set neutral flame and fill the V groove by depositing the second run using slight weaving to the blowpipe to fuse the faces of the V properly. Ensure that the weld bead is uniform and flush with the pipe surface. After completing the weld, allow it to cool slowly to prevent any cracking. Finally, remove the clamps and clean the weld with a wire brush to remove any slag or other debris. Let's recap the key points discussed. Cut the pipes to 75 mm length by hacksaw and file its end square to 75 mm length. Clamp the pipes in 1G position. Tack weld in 3 places, that is 120 degree apart, by keeping 1.5 mm root gap between the pipes. Starting from the first segment, deposit the root run segment by turning the pipe joint in the clockwise direction. Clean the root run by steel wire brush and deposit the second run. Ensure the weld bead is uniform and clean the weld with a wire brush. This brings us to the end of the session. Hope you have gained a good understanding about the pipe welding butt joint on mild steel pipe in 1G rolling position. See you in the next session.